For you born under the Rooster sign, 2026 unfolds as a year of heroic transformation and refined fire. Where in the past you may have felt protected, guided, or quietly supported, this year asks you to step fully into visibility. Life does not whisper anymore. It speaks clearly, sometimes loudly, and it expects a response. The pressure you feel is not random. It is the kind of pressure that only appears when someone is ready to be tested for strength rather than sheltered for safety. You may notice that situations feel more intense than before. Expectations rise, standards tighten. People respond more strongly to your words and actions. This is not because the world has become harsher. It is because you are no longer treated as someone who is still learning quietly. You are treated as someone whose presence carries weight. This is the year where the rooster moves from being shaped to becoming a shaping force. If the years before felt like collaboration, accumulation, and preparation, then 2026 is where everything is placed into real conditions. The fire you meet this year is not meant to burn you away. It is meant to reveal what is solid, what is refined, and what no longer belongs. When you meet pressure with humility and steadiness, you rise. When you meet it with pride or resistance, exhaustion follows. The fire itself does not change, only your relationship to it does. In matters of wealth, this is not a year of casual fortune. Money responds directly to responsibility, discipline, and the ability to perform under pressure. There are real opportunities for growth, but they demand maturity. Wealth comes through effort, leadership, structure, and reliability. If you are willing to take on heavier responsibility, your financial position strengthens. If you look for shortcuts, speculation, or easy wins, losses are more likely. This year also teaches you something important about money. It is not only about how much comes in, but how it is managed when it does. The rooster often feels an urge to maintain standards, appearances, or obligations. In 2026, overspending to keep up image, reputation, or social expectation can quietly drain stability. This is a year where financial self-respect matters more than financial display. Spend with intention, invest in what builds long-term strength. Avoid emotional purchases that serve pride rather than purpose. Relationships in 2026 are equally refined. You naturally hold high standards, and this year those standards become more pronounced. You may find yourself less tolerant of inefficiency, inconsistency, or lack of integrity in others. While discernment is a strength, sharpness without softness creates unnecessary friction. Many conflicts this year are not caused by deep betrayal or major issues, but by tone, timing, and delivery. Learning when to pause, when to soften your language, and when to let something pass becomes a powerful form of mastery. For roosters born in 2017, the year brings a noticeable increase in stimulation and challenge. School life becomes lively, competitive, and emotionally charged. Children may want recognition and fairness while still needing to follow rules. This energy can ignite confidence and teamwork when guided properly, but without guidance it can turn into arguments, jealousy, or emotional outbursts. Comparison with peers becomes stronger, especially around possessions, toys, or stationery. Parents should gently guide spending habits and discourage impulsive comparison. Energy levels are high, increasing the chance of minor injuries, burns, or accidents during play. Extra care is needed around heat, sharp objects, and rough activity. Attention to respiratory health and skin sensitivity is also helpful. For those born in 2005, this is a crossroads year. Creativity, individuality, and talent are strongly activated, while pressure from authority and systems increases at the same time. You may feel torn between wanting to express yourself freely and needing to operate within rules set by school, work, or family. When managed wisely, this year becomes a breakthrough where your abilities stand out. When managed poorly, it becomes a year of conflict with authority, impulsive decisions, and financial loss through pleasure spending. Income can come through talent and side work, but it leaves just as easily if discipline is missing. Relationships may feel intense or unstable, and emotional regulation becomes essential. Stress can affect sleep, breathing, and skin, signaling the need for balance rather than rebellion. For those born in 1993, 2026 brings opportunity mixed with instability. You may seek stability in career, finances, or relationships, yet conditions keep shifting. Work pressure is high, income requires sustained effort, and expenses increase, often tied to family or responsibility. This is not a year for risk-taking or gambling. For men, it can be a decisive year for career and partnership, but the burden is heavy. For women, relationships may feel strained by practical and financial realities. Stress reflects directly in the body, especially digestion, circulation, and fatigue. Steady pacing protects both health and progress. For those born in 1981, 2026 becomes a defining chapter. This year does not appear in isolation. It responds directly to the years before it. Those you supported quietly, helped during difficult moments, or stood by when there was nothing immediate to gain are not forgotten. In 2026, many of these people return at exactly the moment you need support most. This support often comes in practical forms such as financial backing, business opportunities, protection within complex environments, or introductions that open important doors. Your financial stability this year is often relational rather than speculative. The people who help you now are often the same ones you once helped without calculation. Income and opportunity rise alongside responsibility, leadership, and visibility. Promotions, authority, and major collaborations are possible, especially with large organizations. Expenses also rise, but the difference this year is that you are not carrying everything alone. Support appears when pressure peaks. What returns to you now is not luck, it is past integrity coming back into form. Health still requires careful attention, especially stress, blood pressure, heart strain, and chronic tension. But shared responsibility lightens the load. For those born in 1969, the year creates tension between wanting peace and being drawn back into responsibility. You may be asked to mediate, advise, or stabilize situations at work, within family, or in the community. This can elevate respect, but it can also drain energy if boundaries are weak. Financially, help from others exists, but relying too heavily on external support or remaining overly conservative can limit flexibility. Be cautious of schemes presented as care or concern. Health benefits from calm routines and stress reduction, especially for circulation and digestion. For those born in 1957, social life becomes active but carries risk. Group activities and friendships bring stimulation and connection, but also the possibility of financial loss through misplaced trust. Lending money, following friends into investments, or purchasing unnecessary products can lead to regret. Savings should be guarded carefully and major decisions discussed with family. Relationships benefit from balance between social life and home life. Physically, activity is beneficial, but overexertion and accidents during outings or travel are possible if limits are ignored. For those born in 1945, mental activity increases. You may feel more expressive, opinionated, and eager to share life experience. This can make you a respected elder, or it can create tension if communication becomes overly critical. Financially, spending on comfort and quality of life increases, but so does vulnerability to persuasive sales tactics. Health becomes the primary focus. Emotional agitation, cardiovascular sensitivity, sleep disruption, and nervous fatigue require close attention. Stability, routine, and calm companionship matter far more than stimulation or change. Across all Rooster birth years, the message of 2026 remains consistent. This is not a year meant to break you. It is a year meant to forge you. Pressure reveals character. Responsibility reveals maturity. Fire reveals what is real. If you meet this year with discipline, humility, and patience, 2026 becomes a turning point where your value is proven rather than questioned. If you resist structure or chase shortcuts, the same year feels heavy. This is not punishment, it is refinement. And remember, this guidance speaks at the sign level. How the year unfolds depends on how prepared you are, how consciously you choose, and how you respond when pressure appears. If you want more precise support for navigating 2026, especially around pressure management, wealth stability, and health balance, you can explore the personalized tools linked in the description. These are aligned to individual birth elements and designed to support clarity and resilience through this transformative year. The Rooster in 2026 is not meant to remain sheltered. It is meant to rise through fire, refined, steady, and stronger than before.